No Limit Podcast, episode 8. Tell the cameraman he better get my whole face. 2 episodes left, first season going great. And if you want hate, tell me how my balls taste.
Let's go. Now I'm ready.
No limit, for real. I fucking keep up with my hygiene and shit. Tell me how my balls taste.
Now I'm ready to go. Now you did get me pumped.
Yeah, you're pumped up. I kept that a secret.
What's going on? Don't worry.
I'm doing great, you know. I'm feeling good. We're just gonna talk today, bro.
Bullshit.
You're my man's. Like, we're just gonna talk.
Let's talk about the internet.
Honestly, I showed up in dress shirt, as you know. I wear whatever
Tommy
I want.
Hilfiger.
You can't stop me. What?
Is that what it is? Is it Tommy Hilfiger or Tommy Hilfiger?
Figer.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah.
Big Tommy guy?
Who knows the last time I had a reason to wear a dress shirt? Just felt like wearing one.
What did you buy that for originally? I know that something came up that you have to buy that for.
Who knows, bro? Probably had it. I used to be able to wear whatever I want to school. Probably just voted for that.
All right.
Honestly, that's where my wearing whatever I want came from.
What, wearing everything?
No limit.
Nah, because then you had to wear like a tie. It's
Yeah,
not like
you had to wear a
whatever
suit
you
and
want.
tie and shit, but you could wear whatever you could wear. I was the idiot who showed up in dress pants on the first day. Everybody else wearing khakis. I didn't know you were allowed to.
Wait, so you wore khakis with a dress shirt and a tie? I thought you wore suit pants. A dress
Yeah, and
pants.
like a sport jacket. Nah, I didn't have to wear dress pants, but I was wearing them.
It's a corny uniform.
Straight up in a suit. I think some kids showed up in a tuxedo.
I prefer the uniform. Like, my school had a uniform. I prefer that because they don't got to worry about nothing. You
little
just,
sweater.
yeah, just a sweater, black pants, tie. But you knew what you were putting on every single day. You didn't have to go out and like buy new shit. You just had the uniform. Gray sweater, black pants.
Yeah, but you didn't have
And everyone looked the same.
no freedom.
Who cares? You're in school.
Socialism. Everybody in the same uniform.
Dude, then you go to work, you got a uniform.
You're like the gray blobs from Timmy Turner.
You got a uniform everywhere you go. Except on the podcast.
This is my uniform. The No Limit uniform is
Sweatpants
just
and a
whatever
dress
you want.
shirt?
Yeah, sweatpants.
What are the shoes?
Dress shirt,
You got some Nikes.
some Nikes on. You were with me when I bought these.
I fuck with the outfit.
They're purple. The other pair that I got though.
You almost didn't get them though. You almost
Yeah.
didn't get them. Can you show the camera why?
Because of the yellow right there.
Yeah, can you like
I
put
like
your foot
the
up
purple.
on the table?
I like the purple and the blue.
Can we see that?
But the
There you
yellow
go.
right there was what threw me off. Cause I don't want that yellow.
That's just a dumb ass thing not to like the shoe for though. Just that little yellow tat.
Yeah, cause what do I have that's yellow that's gonna match?
Dude, you're not matching at all right now with that yellow.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But it don't
if
look
it was
bad.
only the purple and the blue, it'd be decent.
Nah, the yellow's fire, dude.
I should have put on my flip flops
You needed it.
and the Ric Flair socks.
Everybody
Yeah.
needs a little yellow in there.
Woo!
A little machismo, a little flair.
Yeah, I'm feeling geeked up right now.
Yeah,
I
that
just had like
that
4
freestyle
Starbucks
bar.
coffees.
How many sugars
Put
is on
these
that?
glasses on, the geeked glasses.
Eat before you brush your fucking teeth.
Yeah.
Now you look like
The real No Limit fans will go find where that's from.
you look like a porn director.
Don't get me started on that, yo. Call me Ron Jeremy Jr.
No, Ron Jeremy
RJJR.
was a star. He was the one in action. He wasn't the filmer.
Yeah, and the Me Too movement got him too. That's crazy.
How did the Me Too
Ron
movement?
Jeremy.
How did the Me Too
That was
movement?
his job.
Why did they not go after porn?
What do you mean?
The Me Too movement? Because it's just like
Yeah, it is exploitation of
Complete
of
exploitation.
women and even the dudes that are in it too. But they get paid for it and they signed up. They know.
but they don't
signed
get
up
they
for
get
it.
paid like dog shit.
You think?
Yeah.
Why would you keep doing it then? If
Dude,
you're not just like,
Lana
super
Rhodes.
horny.
Lana Rhodes,
otherwise.
she's like the most recent one to come out and be like, it's not worth it at all. Like I get paid shit money.
Yeah, but I thought she makes mad bread off OnlyFans.
That's probably why. That's probably she's on OnlyFans now. She's like, why would I do porn if I can do this? I don't get paid in porn.
Then why did you do it from the beginning? You're
'Cause
just
you're
super horny, I guess.
Young and naive. That's what happens to most of those people are young.
Yeah, but you gotta just be like super horny because it's like, yeah, you're gonna fuck
Dude, it ain't
for
about being
$100.
horny.
That means you were gonna
Yeah,
fuck
maybe
for
you're a little
free
loose.
anyway, and
Maybe you're a
now
little
you
loose.
get $100 off of it.
But I don't know. I
Real.
think it has more to do with money motives and just not being like naive to the point like, oh, if I'm making $100 now off this video, I'll be making 1,000. Like it's just like
I definitely could in this outfit. I definitely could imagine myself looking across at somebody on a casting couch.
yeah, no, you look like you're recruiting somebody for porn. Like if I walked on the show and tell down the block,
Yep.
like you look like you're the guy who's like scouting.
Yep. No Limit Eddie, Man of 1,000 Shades, Sultan of SWAT, Colossus of Cloud, treat the janitor the same disrespect you treat the CEO with. We already know all this.
Yeah, now you're the full embodiment. The sweatpants with the dress
We're
shirt.
just running through it, you know.
Everybody on Zoom since March. Sweatpants with the dress shirt.
Nah, bro. Zoom is hitting the toilet in the stock market because people are thinking that it's really not gonna be in use like that anymore. It did go up crazy as soon as quarantine happened, but now it's going down.
You don't think it's gonna be in use after this?
I think it will be, but definitely not.
I think I think more than we think actually. Like businesses instead of like, because now they're gonna see the, like on their margins, right? Like when like we're in the red and the black and they're looking at the numbers, that like travel expenses and like getting everybody to like go to a meeting, spending the time like going to the meeting, they're gonna find it easier to just use Zoom as just to cut all that out.
What you mean when people from
when COVID ends,
the same business sector meet up in places and have like a get together,
but say
seminar.
Like the guy from branch A has to go to branch B for this meeting, they can just Zoom. Then the company don't gotta pay them travel expenses.
Yeah, they could have Zoomed before that though.
Right, but now that we've already been using Zoom for a year, people are more accustomed to it and used to it.
Yeah, people have gotten more used to it. I feel like before Zoom came into its prominence, people thought that there was some value in physically meeting up with somebody over meeting up with them on FaceTime.
And now after
Zoom.
a year of doing it, we've kind of gotten ingrained to the fact that like we kind of really just
and more accepting of people's behavior when you interact with them on Zoom or FaceTime rather than in person. You know that they can be doing stuff that you can't see, that they can be lacking 100% attention because they can be drawn away. But now after a year of using it, people are kind of cool with that.
I feel like I'm a different person over the, like if I'm on Zoom as opposed to actually being physically at the meeting, I feel like I give off a different vibe on Zoom, like on like a Zoom meeting. I'm more like uptight, but like in person I'm more like loose and like comfortable.
Yeah,
which doesn't make sense. I guess.
Can't see a thing in these glasses.
It makes more sense to be more comfortable behind the camera and not around actual people, but I feel more comfortable around actual people as opposed to being by myself behind the camera. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. I would feel the same way, I think. That I would be more comfortable physically in person with people.
Yeah, I don't know. I just prefer it. It's like an old school thing, I guess, but now it's old school.
I don't know what it is. It's just like something about being in the same room with a person.
The internet's just taking all that shit away. Like eventually you just won't, like you'll buy all your groceries online, you'll buy all your stuff online.
But I haven't been on Zoom, honestly, a lot. When quarantine first started, I just was graduating college, so that's it. That was my only time with Zoom. Now the other kids who are still in college, they're going to spend the rest of their college career on Zoom, or at least a good portion of it.
Think about how many people are going to go to school online now, though.
Another thing, you could have went to school online before, but it was just more frowned upon because...
But now COVID forced you to do it, so now you're like, oh, I can kind of get behind this.
And it's not even considered online. That's what's crazy. The kids who were going to school physically every day and then got put on Zoom, they're not getting an online degree. They're getting a degree.
They're getting a real degree.
They went.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, just think about all the kids who like can go. Like, you can go to Notre Dame University on Zoom. You're still going to Notre Dame,
your crib
but you can live around here and go to Notre Dame and get a full degree and not have to live there and pay for it. You know what I mean? I think Zoom's still gonna be around. I would buy Zoom stock.
I was actually thinking
if it's like going down, like
I was thinking
about
it for that reason. It's like I think it's like 400 or something.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I feel
like it was
like,
at 460 something.
Yeah, I feel like Zoom's not gonna die. If anything, it's gonna become more and more.
It's not gonna die, but I don't think the stock is worth $400 and something anymore. I feel like it's gonna drastically go down to like 3 something or high 2s.
If it went down to high 2s, I'd probably buy.
Once it's gone, like once it's gone for good, what is really the future of Zoom though?
But is it gonna ever be gone
And it's
for good?
uncertain. It's more about its uncertainty. Maybe people are gonna be cool with it and start using it more, but that uncertainty, right as COVID ends, that uncertainty if it's gonna continue, is what's gonna drive it.
But when do we feel like COVID ends, dude? That could be
that's another
2 years
thing.
from
More
now.
uncertainty. It's just all uncertainty.
So if you can get Zoom stock at high 200s, and then COVID's still around for 2 more years, and it goes back up to 460 a share.
Well, it's not gonna go down unless COVID's gone. So if
You said it's already dropping off, and COVID's not gone.
Yeah, but it's not gonna go down crazy until COVID's gone.
I don't know.
But I mean, then like you said, it could be a good idea to get in because then if there's another pandemic, whether it's now, whether it's a few years down the road, then you're gonna come.
I just think a lot of people are gonna become accustomed to it. People are gonna work from home more. I just think that this has opened up the eyes of businesses and schools and everything that we really don't need to bring all these people in. And some people will find it, since they've been forced to use Zoom because of COVID. Now they're like, oh, I can deal with this. I'd actually prefer it. You know what I mean? But they didn't try it before. Now they were forced to, and they're like, oh, I like it better.
Yeah, people are gonna be home more, watching way more YouTube. All 10 episodes of the first season of No Limit Podcast.
Yeah, when it's
all
over.
20 episodes of the second season. Like
Coming
next
soon.
year.
Coming soon. But yeah,
Everything's coming soon.
I think Zoom will be around.
For the long run?
Yeah, well, the internet's the future, and I just think that's just the way things will start going.
There is almost nothing that you can't do on the internet these days as far as interaction. There's almost nothing that
There's nothing you cannot
accomplish
do.
in person that you
What
can't.
What can you do in
internet.
person besides actually physically touch people that you can't do online?
Which you're not even allowed to do anymore.
Right. Yeah, you can't get 6 feet within people. So what?
6 feet within people.
You can't.
The fuck are you doing?
You can't get 6 feet within people. You can't even shake somebody's hand.
6 feet within people? So you're getting 6 feet of yourself within somebody. You're a nut.
You want to talk about porn, you freak? Nah. I'm just saying you can't get anywhere near people online. What can you do, or what can't you do online that you can do in person? There's nothing.
Play frisbee.
That's a physical activity.
I don't got.
You can't do physical activities.
You got to be able to throw more than 6 feet.
You got me geeking. Nah. The internet's the future, and I think you should buy Zoom stock. Tip for everybody out there: buy stock in Zoom, eat it up.
Nah.
Insider trading.
Chill on that.
Lose your money and then get it back. It's fun. Yeah, social media is like. Social media has taken over everybody's lives to such a degree that I just don't think that it's a foreign concept to take your whole life onto online. Like, think about everyone you know. I guess maybe not majority of everybody you know, because we know a lot of older people, but majority of the younger people we know, people our age, their whole lives are on social media. Everything. They spend all their time on social media. Like, what you know what your screen time is a day?
We were the last group of people born that were like that lived in a non-social media era.
We were like
a little bit as
we lived
childhood.
through both though. We lived through the peak. Like, we lived through like the non-existent part of it and like the boom and the peak of it. You know what I mean? Like, we've hit it all. Like, when we were 6, 7 years old, we really didn't have it.
Yeah, up until like 12 years old.
Yeah, like, but that was like, well, it was like early internet. It was a different type of thing.
Yeah,
Jug World, Red Tube. Why is everything about the porn? Yeah,
that's what your phone is.
Club Penguin.
It's a porn machine.
Your phone's a porn machine?
Yeah, for most people.
Now
I've heard somebody say that before, and I was like, damn, for some people it really is. Like, they don't do anything on their phone besides that.
Text and watch porn?
Yeah.
It's better,
I'm
though.
fucking putting content on everything. Don't even get me started.
Think about how much time you spend on social media.
I'm on Facebook!
Do you know what your screen time is every day?
Nah, I don't check that. It's like when I get the notification sometimes, it's a lot.
What about you?
For the week.
Check your screen time? How much is it?
My
Why is
Instagram
everybody
one
embarrassed?
itself is pretty bad. It's like 51 minutes. Yeah, I check that all the time. So don't be giving away the good stock stuff on phones. People gotta get that game themselves.
Yeah, screen time. Sometimes my screen time disgusts me, and I just feel like that's everybody. And I feel like I'm not on my phone as much as some people are.
Weren't you telling me about Weeble though?
Weeble, you can invest until like
8 p.m.
Yeah, like even like after hours doesn't hit till like 8 o'clock.
Oh.
8 o'clock morning till 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
But you can only do it till 8 o'clock until like 4 o'clock.
My daily average is 4 hours and 47 minutes
For screen time?
of just screen time.
How do you check that?
So you go to work for 9 hours, you sleep for 6 hours, and you're on your phone for 5 hours. That's 20 hours of your day. So that's 4 more hours of free time that you have to do anything else. That's a significant amount of time. If I didn't have a cell phone,
I've been sleeping longer, but I feel like my good sleep only lasts like 45 minutes.
My total screen time last week was 33 hours.
I'm trying to check
That's longer
mine.
than
Where's
a
mine
fucking
at?
day.
Screen time. Continue. Oh, mine wasn't on the whole time. Yeah, mine wasn't on the whole time.
Oh, because you got a new phone?
Yeah, so
It's a mystery?
It's at 0 minutes, dude. I don't ever go on my phone.
You wish.
Yeah, like we talked about back, I think it might have been like first or one of the first few episodes. I said when I had my old phone, I really didn't use it that much because it was an old iPhone. And now that I have the newest iPhone, I miss having an old one because I would not use it so much because the battery life wasn't that good. The screen interface wasn't brand new technology.
Yeah.
It was like old Instagram, old Twitter, old Snapchat, old everything. So I really didn't go on my phone that much, and I like that so much more. Now that I have the newest phone and the battery life is insane, like if I have it on 100, I can literally use it for 2 days and it won't die. I can go on my phone too much, and I just consistently get back on my phone. So I know I just made the joke about 0 minutes, but my screen time has probably been like that 4, 5 hours, maybe 6 hours.
Now,
Especially if I'm like putting content up.
We're also a little different, yeah, because we put content up. Like we interact with like the social medias a lot because we kind of have to.
I try to answer everybody who ever replies to any of my stories or any of my posts in my DMs. So
Always
get in my
reply to
DMs and we'll chat. Give me topics for this podcast because as
Yeah.
you can see, we're sitting here today just talking about the internet because you can't come up with 3 fresh topics every week. Like it's really kind of
so
impossible.
if you guys do have anything that you can bring up for the show, definitely DM me or Eddie or email us at the nolimiteddyboy@gmail.com. We're open to any suggestions for podcasts. We also are going to get guests on the show coming soon for season 2.
This is episode 8. We got 2 more episodes after this for season 1, and I plan on introducing guests for season 2 and possibly for the last couple episodes of season 1. So stay tuned for that.
But the internet is also the only way we can blow a show up. You know what I mean? Like imagine starting a podcast in 1995. Like it would seem impossible.
Yeah.
Like you need the internet. We need to be on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube all day long to promote it and get it big. You know what I mean?
That's why back then with music, things were different. Like
we talked about in the first episode.
There
Like
were
Dr.
probably
Dre discovered Eminem. That was the only way Eminem
there
would
were
get
probably so
blown
many
up.
good rappers in 1995 that you've never heard a song from.
And you never will.
Dudes that are probably better than some of the dudes that became some of the most famous people that exist in music that you never heard anything from because it wasn't as easy to make music and put it out and distribute.
You didn't have a platform.
Like a podcast was unheard of. You could never do anything like that.
Yeah, it was more like a radio show.
It was a radio show. Yeah.
But no, like literally everybody you see in the world now has a platform. Whether or not they can use it or not is up to them.
When we
But
get the
we have
radio
a
show,
platform.
it'll be the Eddie and Any show.
Eddie and Any
We'll
show?
take it from we'll improve that name from secondary name for the podcast to legitimate name for the radio show.
We're going to do a radio show?
Fuck it. Why not? No limit.
I'm fine with that. I'm going to fuck with a radio show.
Seriously, radio show.
Morning talk
I'll do
show?
a TV show.
Plenty of ideas. Only going to get big on the internet. YouTube. What's YouTube stock?
I'll do a full like fighting event.
Is YouTube stock? Like, what is YouTube stock? You ever look at that?
No, not really. I don't even know if it's YouTube. I think it's basically Google. Google owns it. YouTube.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. It might have its own thing. I'm not sure.
No, you're probably right about that.
I haven't looked into it. I try to stay away from like the too basic ones because they just move like so little amounts.
But YouTube is like not going nowhere.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
You know what I mean? So if you had the money to just put out there, it's probably just gonna
And
keep
let
going
it
up
sit
and
there.
up
Yeah,
and
if
up.
you want to just let it sit there and not like do some day trading or like options to make quick money. If you want to let it sit there, yeah, companies like that are a good option that are just they're not going anywhere.
Right.
I was such an idiot when I was in my early years of college. I put like a little amount of money into the stock market, and there were companies that I really thought like, oh, these are gonna be the future, and they were small. One example is Tesla. One example is Carvana. So Tesla, everybody knows what that is. Carvana is like, you might have seen a commercial for it. They have car vending machines. They're like the new way to buy a car. Back when I was like 18 years old, Carvana stock was like $23. To this day, it's now like $260. So if I would have had like 10 shares, 15 shares maybe, invested like 300, would have made an insane profit. But I was just young and dumb and made $20 off of it and was like, oh, get off the app. Hurry
Every
up.
time I hear about Bitcoin, like I get sick that like I just didn't catch wind of that when it came
we
around.
knew nothing about
I
Bitcoin.
know, but don't you wish like
We
you
didn't
could
know a
have gone
thing
back
about
in
Bitcoin.
time? Don't you wish you could just go back in time and just like maybe you heard something and just acted on it?
Yeah, maybe you heard like, yeah.
Maybe and just had an idea like, yeah, let me do it.
Because that shit was worth like $1, and then in a couple days it was worth thousands. It was insane. But now Bitcoin's having like a little bit of a revamp because there's
I feel like it comes and goes.
There's other
every other
Bitcoin that
couple
aren't
years.
Bitcoin, like Ethereum.
Cryptocurrency? What is
Yeah, it's
cryptocurrency? I actually don't understand it.
Yeah, I literally don't understand
Huh?
that, bro.
I don't understand what it is.
I really don't understand that at all, though.
What is it?
I don't know what it
Can
is,
you
but
invest in
it's got its own
Dogecoin?
stock. It's got its own stock. That dog. DOGE.
Dogecoin?
What?
Dogecoin?
Oh, is it Dogecoin?
I don't know if it was DOG. I was considering Doge, not dog.
Wait, is it DOGE? It might be Doge.
Doggy coin?
Doggy coin, the dashes. Nah, but is that cryptocurrency?
Yeah, it's got its own cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah, but there's
cryptocurrency.
other ones that you can invest
Yeah.
in now that might like blow up one day. But the actual Bitcoin itself, I think now is worth like one Bitcoin is like $10,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
People made crazy money off that. That was one of the first things that really made people realize you can make a stupid amount of money on your own independently
Yeah.
if you just do like a slight bit of research and know what the next thing coming is.
Also, right place at the right time.
Yeah, right place.
If you
right
have the
time, for
money and
sure.
it hits, and you're like, oh, that's a good
Like
idea.
you said, if you would have heard one person say something, you would have been in there.
Yeah, let's say you put $100 out on Bitcoin. You know what I mean? It didn't
you
take
would've-
much.
You would have probably had like anywhere from 50 to 100 of them right when it started. If you put $100 in it,
Right.
and every one of them's worth 10,000.
And I think they were even
loaded.
at a point in time they were even higher than 10,000 per Bitcoin.
Yeah, I think
I'm
I've
pretty
seen,
sure
like,
they were.
15 before. Yeah.
So,
But then
that's
think
insane.
about that's the problem with the stock market. People think that okay, I heard Bitcoin does well. Like the dude who got in Bitcoin at 15K has lost 5K.
yeah, that's
Like-
true too.
And even
But I would
somebody
never.
who might get in there now at 10K, it might be at 8K.
If you're buying stocks though at 15K a share, I really don't think you're worried about a $5,000 hit. Like you'll see it through. You know what I mean?
$5,000 hit though, that's 1/3 of the whole company.
But you're not watching your stock that closely. You're probably in it for the long haul if you're buying it for 15K a share.
I watched a company the other day lose 50% of their value in 10 minutes.
What changes the value so quickly?
Well, this company specifically, they are a pharmaceutical company,
Yeah.
and they were worth like $6 and something per share, and they were doing research on a drug for Angelman syndrome. Angelman syndrome is just it has like various problems involved with it, but it normally happens to like infants. So they were doing research on a drug for that, and the research did not get to the point that they were trying to get to, and whatever did happen made it so that the study was kind of over. There wasn't really any going forward from there. And I guess that must have been their main project because once they released that information, it literally looked like a cliff. Like it was just green and then red all the way
That's
down.
crazy.
And the company has lost 55% of its value in like 3 days, and it lost 50% of its value in 10 minutes right after they announced that that study didn't go through.
It's crazy that it like that quickly. Like this information comes out and people are like, "Yo, fuck this," and just start selling all their shit off.
Yeah. The internet, now we're talking about the internet, and even this stuff that we're talking about, stock market, still the internet, because you could do it on your phone. You
Mhm.
need Wi-Fi to do it. Like in 1950s, you really had to show up at the New York Stock Exchange with your best suit on if you
Yup.
wanted to buy one share of something.
Yep.
But do you think that with all this stuff available on the internet, is the internet still the Wild West, or do you think that people have like gotten it under control now to the point where there's algorithms and systems
It's
to
not the
using
Wild
it
West
correct?
anymore. It used to be like the early internet that we were talking about a couple minutes ago. That was the Wild West. You can put out anything. You can put up anything. There's really no consequences for a lot of things. Like you see it now. If somebody gets drafted in the NFL draft, they'll go back on a tweet from 2010 where it was like, you know, something stupid that they tweeted.
Dude, that one guy that they found a picture of him with the gas mask on, smoking weed, he dropped so many picks. And that
Lost him,
dude
cut him millions of dollars.
cut him millions of dollars, but
Larry
also that dude's a good player in the NFL
Mhm.
right now. Every team that passed on him, was it really worth it because you saw him smoking weed?
Yeah.
Like, you could have
Bad
had an
image.
insane left tackle. That's so important in the NFL. Oh,
Yeah.
he had a gas mask on, smoking weed. We're not going to draft him.
Yeah.
Like,
dumb.
that's insane. That's just crazy that you could really think that a dude who has shown you everything on film that shows he's going to be a great player, just because you found a picture of him smoking weed, that he's going to somehow be a detriment to your team.
Shout out Laramie Tunsil. Good on you for fucking
No limit,
defying
Larry
the
Tunsil.
odds.
I hope you're still smoking that gas,
Yeah.
bro.
Keep the gas mask on. Enjoy it.
Speaking of
But-
that gas, bro, that edible that we ate, honestly, it's starting to hit. And I'm
My
not,
face is like feeling hot, dude.
yeah, dude, I'm feeling like, I don't know. We'll keep you updated on that. We're the No Limit boys ain't feeling well. I'm glad you're feeling the same way.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Because I was thinking it for the last 5 minutes that like my insides are starting to turn and shit.
Nah, like it was actually like, I don't know. Like just halfway through talking, I was like, I don't feel good.
Yeah, dude, they tasted weird.
I'm trying to eat.
It tasted
I'm trying to
weird.
drink water. I said eat water. Now I'm even more nervous.
You're chewing that water. What's the
Sugar
thing?
dye?
You ever see the movie Snowpiercer when they eat the protein blocks?
Yeah,
Them Jones look disgusting.
it's a good movie.
Cockroach.
Yeah, it's like crushed
it's
out
smushed
cockroaches. Protein bars.
Yeah. That was, well,
They're like black.
what is that movie set in? Is that set in the past?
Nah, it's in the future.
But the Earth is covered in
The
snow
Earth
too?
freezes over on ice, and the only way to exist is to keep this train moving. And they all gotta live on this train.
Yeah. Those people lived in the era that, like, they went past the internet and shit.
Yeah. Snowpiercer? You ever seen it? You know who did it? The dude who did Parasite. Yeah. It was like a couple years ago.
Bong Joon-ho is the guy's name? Oh, Bong Joon-ho. Wait, did he do that movie, the Chinese zombie movie, too?
I don't think so.
Because Parasite and that other
I heard Train to
movie.
Busan.
Yeah, Train to Busan. Yeah. Parasite and that movie where,
Wait. Is Parasite Chinese? I thought
dude,
it was
I
Korean.
can't feel my legs, bro. I feel like I'm slumping in a chair. I can't do nothing about it.
Dude, this is like what we talked about last week, like with the edible. Like, don't say shit like that, because then I'm not gonna feel my legs.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
Like, I shouldn't have said my face was feeling hot either, but like, I don't know, the legs thing's just kind of tripping me out.
Dude, what's happening, bro?
Dude, come on.
Dog, my face is tingling and shit.
Are you serious?
Bro, I'm dead ass.